Columbian Exchange all started because of Christopher Columbus, because he was trying to leave Europe and head west to find Asia. That was his plan, but then he ended up discovering the Americans, and while discovering the Americans, they discovered some things that they haven't seen before, like corn, potatoes, cattle, and tomatoes.
Anything from the Old World, which were bananas, apples, carrots, and horses. The Native Americans exchanged with Europe and Asia, and that's why we see many of the fruits and vegetables and cattle because of the exchange.
The Columbian Exchange brought many ideas like religion. In the Old World, there were much more diseases, and it ended up killing many of the Native Americans.
The secondary effects were almost as bad, like the deaths of Adzak and the Incan rulers. They touched off wars, which made it easier to spread disease. Another way was starvation, because there simply weren't enough people left to grow crops to feed the living, which made survivors more vulnerable to diseases.
Cigarettes were also a big problem because they were handed out to American servicemen during World War II, and more soldiers who started smoking during the war died from smoking than they died from the war.
Like we mentioned before, they treated livestock. Due to the animals, especially pigs, completely remade the food supply because the pigs breed quickly, and they can eat anything until they're made into bacon. Pigs breed really quickly. They eat anything, and they turn into bacon, which gave the New World brownie points.
The common Old World diseases were weapons, smallpox, measles, malaria, yellow fever, influenza, and chickenpox.
The common New World diseases were syphilis, polio, hepatitis, and encephalitis.
The Indian population was impacted by the illnesses.
The Columbian exchanged religion, ideas, food, animals, and people, everything you can imagine. Hope you learned a lot from the video.